Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light, only with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings. Okay, please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. I knocked this down. Isn't this cool? Look, this is a puzzle. I did this puzzle, this 3D puzzle, and it's a flower vase, and I just love it. Amazon, it's amazing. Okay, if there's all kinds of things for you to do. Maybe you need something to do. Maybe you need like a hobby. Okay, get you a puzzle. Puzzles are great because it's a really good way to like clear your mind and think at the same time. Maybe to like help you think about. I mean, it's hard to explain. To help you like put things together, like it's always good to find something constructive to do. Okay, do something constructive, do something artistic. Did I say this is an archangel Gabriel reading? Okay, this is an archangel Gabriel reading. So I have notes for him. I got the number 89. Okay, the Hebrew meaning. And it said, because I had looked it up, but it's adding words because I clicked the wrong thing. So, it was talking about age. Like, it literally means age, but it was talking about eternity but I can't find that meaning now all of a sudden. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Age, eternity, everlasting, and forever or perpetual, okay? I feel like this is how your blessings are. They are forever. You are perpetually blessed, baby, okay? And you always will be because it is your soul that is blessed. It is your soul that attracts all of these beautiful things and beautiful happenings in life, okay? And all of your very beautiful and positive decisions also. So I wrote the name Jesse, okay? Your name could be Jesse or somebody close to you's name could be Jesse. But I'm going to look up Jesse, the name meaning. So it means God exists. That's fire. Jesse means God exists or God's gift, okay? Of course, it's derived from Hebrew. It says the name is also sometimes interpreted as wealthy or to possess, okay? I wrote, I seen this phone commercial and there was dollars going into the phone on the commercial, okay? So I wrote money transfers, manifesting, social media, okay? I also wrote like a court case payout, okay? Some money could be dropping in your account from some sort of court case, or you could do something with your phone. You could do business. You could have a social media account where you're going to get paid soon or something like this, okay? No matter what happens in life, though, know that you are, like I said, perpetually blessed. You are God's gift, okay? And you hold God's beautiful gifts within yourself, okay? Never doubt the existence of God and the way that He moves in your life, okay? Because it's gorgeous. Show as much gratitude as you can at this time, okay? So 25 means to love, okay? It says with the believer, 25, which means agapao, agapao, or to love. It means actively doing what the Lord prefers with Him, okay? Come on. That's a beautiful confirmation on what I just said. I said God is real. Never doubt His existence because He does everything with you in your life, okay? By His power and direction is how you move through this life, and you do it voluntarily, It says to welcome, to entertain, to be fond of, or to love dearly, okay? It says to be well pleased, to be contented, or with a thing, okay? Or, I mean, yeah. So, all right. What else? What's the overall energy? So you got some money coming in, okay? Money coming in easily. We got the breath, okay? You could be doing money manifestations, okay? By me saying that, okay? And we got symbols. You could be getting a lot of signs. You could have like an anchor tattoo or a rainbow or a flower or excuse me, a four-leaf clover or a butterfly or a star. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting this tattoo energy, but you could be tatted with any of these things, or you could just be seeing these symbols out and about, seeing rainbows everywhere, seeing little reflective rainbow lights, seeing like, rainbow paintings and things like that in people's videos and stuff. Or you could just like work with a lot of colors. I feel like colors is a very powerful thing for you. The breath says awareness of the breath is the key to continual movement of life and your connection with spirit. Being mindful of your breath helps you to remain in the present, bringing clarity of thought, tolerance, and patience, and can benefit your overall well-being and help your mediumship develop. In mediumship, your breath is a powerful tool. It's important to remain aware of your breath at all times to preserve and sustain a strong and clear link with spirit. A great practice to enhance your mediumship is to use a form of breathing meditation. Take a few moments now to practice this simple exercise. Sit somewhere comfortably and follow each breath through your body. With each in-breath, let it fill your abdomen and notice how it moves through the essence of your being. With each out-breath, notice the relaxation in your body and mind. You can use the power of your breath to initiate and deepen your link with spirit. Being aware of the rhythm of your breathing amplifies the link. As you pay attention to how you're breathing, be mindful to inhale and exhale slowly and deeply. This practice is a form of quieting the mind. It silences the mind chatter and creates a clear, unobstructed link. Practice these breathing techniques as they will not only make you a stronger medium, but also a healthier one, okay? So Archangel Gabriel wants you to really utilize breathing techniques. And Yeshua before this was talking about meditating with him at this time to receive some sort of solar plexus upgrade that will allow the light within you to expand more and push out more things and energies that you really don't need, okay? He told me to get another one. We got soul guidance, okay? So butterflies are highly significant. There's another butterfly right here. I've been seeing so many butterflies. You could be seeing a lot of butterflies. I think that's your guide's way of letting you know they're around you. I see them a lot when I'm out traveling, when I'm just driving. Butterflies be just like flying across the street and just like they be in the most random places. And I love it. I'd be like, oh, a butterfly every time, okay? So soul guidance says making time for activities that contribute to your spiritual growth and psychic development is not a sign of selfishness. It's more of a necessity. By doing so, it will make you a better medium and have a major impact on your overall well-being and spiritual vitality. Spending time to focus on your soul's needs enables you to nurture yourself and expand your spiritual boundaries. Therefore, for 1 week, allow this card to encourage you to do things that are uncharacteristic for you. In other words, do things that you never normally do. During this time, surrender and trust in your intuitive psychic abilities completely. If you feel that you've wanted to have lunch with someone at work but never made the effort, then make this week the time to ask. If you feel drawn to call a relative whom you've not spoken to in a long time, then make the call. If you feel inspired to learn something new, then take a class or a workshop, which is hilarious because I was just telling you to find something constructive to do, okay? Find new activities for you to get into. They really expand, I heard your causal chakra, okay? They really expand your etheric chakras in a different type of way. The ones that are located above your head, the ones that are connected to Archangel Metatron, okay? Archangel Metatron is always with you when you are creating things, okay? It says, trust and follow your gut and use all your psychic senses. After doing this for 1 week, don't forget to journal your new discoveries or revelations that resulted by following your inner guidance. Sometimes, when you follow the promptings of your soul, it leads to unexpected opportunities. This amazing exercise will teach you how the flow of intuition runs through you and works for you. So why not start living intuitively and less analytically, okay? So practicing these breathing exercises to increase your soul guidance, and then following that's goal guidance, okay? Following that soul guidance to a higher level of goal sightings, and creating and developing a more creative way of expressing yourself by taking on these new projects, these new ideas, okay? You're being guided to like try something new because there's something you can do, okay? Some other stuff you know how to do. And you might need to take a class on it or whatever, but I feel like at a soul level, you're a professional at doing a lot of different things. How is this breathing exercises and soul guidance helping them at this time? We got the 8 of Potions, the Queen of Pumpkins, and the 7 of Candles, okay? So the 8 of Potions is all about you walking away from people, places, and situations that don't serve you. The Queen of Pumpkins, this energy of you holding more abundance, which is what we started with, okay? And then the 7 of Candles, helping you to be stronger spiritually and therefore better able to stand your ground, okay? Yeah, we got the Hermit, and we got the 10 of Potions. You could be in hermit mode at this time, okay? This is so that you can work with your spiritual family in a stronger way, okay? And so you can take yourself to more calmer waters and receive this abundance that the divine has for you, okay? Or that you are already holding within yourself because you're perpetually abundant, okay? Prosperity begins with breathing exercises and soul guidance, okay? Yeah, we got the third eye chakra and the throat chakra right here, okay? So Archangel Gabriel helping you to upgrade these chakras, okay? Helping to upgrade your vision of yourself and your vision of your future, and helping you to more creatively express yourself in a different way. Because Archangel Gabriel works very closely with the throat chakra, okay? What else? We got victory and success. Yes, we do. Okay. Why am I hearing Jan's got spirit? Yes, he do. Jan's got spirit. How about you? That was from Bring It On, okay? You could be a cheerleader, or you could have been a cheerleader in the past, or you could just really like the movie Bring It On, okay? That's my shirt. I'm sexy. I'm cute. I'm popular to boot. I'm bitchin'. Great hair. The boys all love to stare. I'm wanted. I'm hot. I'm everything you're not. I'm pretty. I'm cool. I dominate this school. Who am I? Just guess. Guys wanna touch my chest. I'm rockin'. I smile, and many think I'm vile. She said, you good look, but don't you hump. Ooh, I'm danger. I roar. I swear I'm not a whore. We cheer and we lead. We act like we're on speed. Hate us because we're beautiful. Well, we don't like you either. We're cheerleaders. We are cheerleaders. Roll call. I feel like you're really a cheerleader for the divine, okay? This is the truth of you deep down. I feel like also you're very popular. You're very wanted. A lot of people are like very attracted to you in this natural divine energy that you carry, okay? You got spirit, and it's very obvious that people like, okay, that you carry this beautiful light within yourself. Your creative energies are being boosted at this time, and that's why Archangel Gabriel is asking you to express that energy in a very positive way, to put it into something new and something constructive. 656 could be significant because that's the numbers at the top of the third eye chakra is 6, the throat is 5, and the victory and success is 6. Okay, so 66 giving me that energy of divine love, 5 giving me that energy of change, 2 with that sacral energy giving me an energy of you being more balanced in the way that you create and expressing that creative energy more effortlessly. What's the third chakra and the throat chakra? We got conflict and defeat, okay? So maybe this is coming in after a time where you were having a lot of conflict going on within yourself. You could have recently had a time where you were feeling defeated, but I feel like you were going through some sort of dark night of the soul, or just some sort of growing pains is what it's giving me, really, because all these people on the wall are going upstairs and you're going down, which always makes me think about that song, How Do You Walk Downstairs? How do you walk downstairs when everyone else is going up? I feel like, you've had to deal with a lot of conflict and even moments of defeat on this journey by choosing to walk a different way. And it's really okay. It's really cool. And you're definitely about to understand a lot more of why you were called to walk in the way that you've been walking, and even to feel more confident in the way that you are creating and in the energy that came from this. And conflict and defeat in the throat chakra is 55. So I feel like you had to go through big towers, big changes, in order to really truly unlock that throat chakra energy and to unlock the creative energies within yourself. There's really no stopping. I'm hearing, ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move, okay? What's the third chakra in the victory and success, baby? We got accelerated motion, period. Perfect confirmation. We're on the move, baby. What's victory and success in truth? We got the base chakra. So many chakras coming out. So such big things happening with you energetically, and that's why he's asking you to do more meditation at this time, okay, to help ground these big energies. They're bringing in upgrades and things like that. And also today is 7/17, okay, so 717 could be highly significant. Let's read it. Let's read 717, the angel number. Hello? It just wasn't typing nothing. I don't know how this thing re-triggered, okay? So 717 signifies spiritual awakening, personal growth, and the guidance of your intuition. It suggests you are on the right path, experiencing a period of deep inner work, and that your spiritual development is about to reach new heights. According to Yahoo, okay? So it encourages embracing change, trusting your intuition, and pursuing your life purpose. All things that we're sort of covering right now. So I love this, okay? So on this day, they're bringing in a lot more creative energies, but my readings are timeless, so whenever you watch this, don't worry, you're still receiving more of this spiritual strength and more of this beautiful balance in your life, okay? What's truth and light? We got triumphant success, okay? So the universe is looking at you as a triumphant success, okay? So you're being blessed for all this emotional work that you've done. Your passions are being ignited in a different kind of way at this time, and it's leading to this material harvest and to this deeper spiritual union within the self and with the divine, with your angel guides and things like that, okay? Yeah, foundations and achievements. You've achieved the building of such a firm foundation, and you've stepped into this divine authority in such a beautiful way, okay? We got the crown chakra, we got new beginnings, and we got disruption, okay? Somebody could have been trying to disrupt the way that your crown chakra works, but they have failed. Of course they failed, because listen to this message, okay? It's amazing. Of course they failed, and they're always going to, when it comes to attacking you and attacking your new beginning and attacking this beautiful divine way of thinking that you have going for yourself, okay? How do you walk downstairs? How do you walk downstairs when everyone else is going up? Once prosperity begins, sacral chakra and the third eye chakra. We got the Four of Pentacles, okay? So you're doing an amazing job when it comes to releasing people, places, and situations that don't serve you, like I said, with the Eight of Potions in the overall energy. This is something that you are a master at. And I think that it really throws people off the way that you're able to detach like you do, okay? But it's so beautiful and it's perfect for you, okay? Right now you're in a place of preparation where you're being prepared, and so it's like any and all attacks are like rolling off of your back. They're not touching you. you're waterproof. I'm hearing bulletproof, bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Yesterday I seen a post that said, when life pushes you to the ground, you get up and tell life it hits like a bitch, okay? And I feel like you have this kind of like, bulletproof, I can survive anything. Now I'm hearing I'm a survivor. You might get a lot of song messages, okay? I'm getting so many song messages right now, okay? You're a survivor. You don't give up. You don't stop. And when life knocks you down, you fucking work harder. And that's why you're protected and you're headed in a divine direction, because that's exactly the kind of mentality that the divine works so hard to build up within us. And I feel like, it's very natural for you, whoever you are. What's the third eye chakra, the throat chakra, and conflict and defeat? We got temperance, okay? So you've tempered your beautiful earth angel energies all over any conflict and defeat that ever tried to take you out in life. And you need to continue to do that, okay? Continue to hold this beautiful perpetual wealth, baby, because it's gorgeous. What's the third chakra in the accelerated motion? Okay, we got strength, okay? At this time, you're standing in your strength, like I said. You've stepped into this authority and you're receiving like some sort of full system upgrade. And I heard wonky, it could feel a little wonky, a little crazy. I don't really say wonky too often. You might though. It can feel a little crazy, like a little bit confusing, a little bit of mental conflict here and there. But it's just these energies working themselves out. And when you feel overwhelmed mentally, or even if you feel like frustration or anger building up, breathing exercises always work, okay? They definitely do. What's victory and success, truth, and base chakra? We got the Two of Swords, okay? So your experience, like you're standing in a place of advanced clarity at this time, especially when it comes to all of the lessons that you had to learn that are related to the root chakra, right? Your family things. Let me see. Root chakra governs our base survival needs, the sense of security, and a connection to the physical world, okay? Which is why I said family, because it's definitely where a lot of your family wounds and relationship wounds and things like that go. They tend to cling to the root chakra and throw the sacral chakra completely out of whack, because it's like the very next chakra up, so it kind of catches the fallout of the damage that comes from the base. But I feel like you've done a great job of revealing the things that needed to be healed within yourself. These very like basic survival needs that you had. Like, you've done a lot of healing to be able to just attract those things, and now you're at this place where your creative energy is like it's like a personal renaissance that you have going on within yourself, okay? What's the Four of Pentacles and the Temperance? We got the King of Wands, okay? So Archangel Gabriel and your spirit team, your ancestors and things, they are preparing you for a leading role in this journey, okay? What's temperance and strength? We got the Five of Swords, okay? So more of that mental energy. But, in the original Five of Swords, there's this guy and he's holding 3 swords, and there's 2 swords on the ground, and there's 2 like shadow people in the back, like moving weird. So for me, the Five of Swords represents holding on to certain ways of thinking and ideas that serve you, and dropping those other ways of thinking, no matter what the other people in the background may think about that. And so, that's what it is with you, baby. What's the Strength card in the Two of Swords? We got the Three of Cups. So celebrate, okay? Celebrate this victory and success. Celebrate all of this healing and this accelerated motion that you have coming into your life, because it's so great. And, he's saying, like, just a reminder, we bring in all of these energies and all of all of these things to you, but it's up to you to utilize those things in a way that gets you closer to the vision that you have, okay? You receive the soul guidance, but then you still have to follow it, okay? So just make sure that you're following it in a way that lights you up and that makes you see the motion in your life, right? Because sometimes we're having accelerated motion, but we don't really perceive it that way. We still perceive ourselves to be stuck, or perceive ourselves to need this or to need that to be able to move forward. And he's saying, like, you have everything you need to move forward. All you need now is just practical steps and that determination and that faith and that passion to keep you going toward what it is that you need to go toward. If you feel bored or discontent or anything like that, then just find you an activity to get into, express yourself creatively every single day, and you will feel a lot more whole and balanced in yourself. What's the Two of Swords and the Sun? We got the Seven of Wands. Also, creatively expressing yourself is a whole nother level of expressing your truth, and it helps you to stand your ground like nothing else, okay? Yeah, with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like creatively expressing yourself is, and you're making these positive investments in other people's lives, right? Because they get to see your art and they get to have those feelings or receive those light codes from whatever art it is that you do. But creatively expressing yourself is also a very positive investment in your own life and in your own future, and where it is that you can take that art as far as like bringing in material wealth and things like that. So just don't give up on yourself. And we got the Six of Wands. You could be receiving some public recognition soon for whatever art it is that you do, or whatever new thing it is that you try. You know, you could be one of those people that just try something one time with like 5 minutes of training and you're amazing. You're like a genius at something, okay? With the Ace of Swords, you are a genius, and you're very wise too, very connected and tapped in with the divine, and I just love that for you. You're amazing. You're so amazing. But I tell y'all, I'm biased, okay? Because y'all are my star seers. You see everything clearly, and you know exactly where it is that you want to go in life, and you can absolutely do that as far as I'm concerned, okay? We got the Four of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Temperance. We got the community. You could be about to receive some sort of like positive reinforcement from the community when it comes to your art and the things that you've been putting your time and energy into. You know, you could be someone who like hasn't released your art or haven't really showed it to anyone yet, and the minute you start showing it to people and selling it to people and giving it away to their asses for free, baby, is the minute that they're going to start to like praise you and your beautiful gifts and the things that you have to offer to the world, because it is a lot more amazing than you give yourself credit for it being. What's Temperance? The Five of Swords and the Strength. We got the bond, okay? You are bonded to the divine at this time. And I feel like people could have tried to bind you before you established this bond, or could have been trying to hold you back from all of this really beautiful love and perpetual abundance that you hold within your soul. But they failed, okay? They could never. What's the Strength? The Two of Swords and the Three of Cups. We got protection, okay? They could never, just like I said, because you're beautiful, you're protected, and what you have to offer to this world is extremely important. Even if it's only important to one or two souls, right? Then you move on to the next thing. It's so important that you express yourself in every creative way you feel called to do so. What's the Two of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Sun? We got soar, okay? Because it's time for you to soar. It's time for you to fly, baby. Oh, what's community and bonds? We got commitment, okay? So, like, you might even be already committed to whatever your divine journey is, and you might feel like, you know, you're not seeing any return. You know, there's no eggs in this nest, you know. You might feel like you're not seeing any return, or like there's no new beautiful opportunity. That's what the egg represents, right? New beautiful unknown opportunities. Those things are coming. They're here. You just don't see them, okay? It's invisible eggs in your nest. Divine eggs in your shit, okay? What's bond and protection? We got survival, okay? But first, I feel like it was very important for you to kind of like tuck your brilliance for a while you healed, while you got yourself together and ready to make these to do this accelerated motion, to make these accelerated moves is what I was trying to get out of my mouth, okay? But you got this shit. I feel like spirit's been like cloaking you, okay? You wear the cloak of Metatron, baby. You're so protected and so provided for. So I hope like you're not worried about anything. What's protection and soar? We got perspective, okay? So get ready for a huge ass perspective change. I feel like it's already been trickling in a little bit at a time, but as your gifts, expand and progress, you're seeing things a lot more clearly. That's what I was saying with the Two of Swords, that clarity is just pouring in at this time. And it might, I don't know. To me, it'd be funny, like when things finally get clear, I'd be rolling. I be rolling, like, even at things that, like, I refuse to see about myself, and then Spirit's like, yeah, look at this, and I'm just like, haha, that makes so much sense why I was doing this and why I was doing that, because I still be moving intuitively, even though I don't necessarily know what's going on yet, and then when I get, like, what I call the debrief, I be rolling, because it be right on point with every way that I was moving, and it just really, even though I learn a lesson or I learned something about myself that needs to be healed, it still makes me feel like I'm right in alignment with where I need to be, where I should be, and that things are coming in exactly the way they need to come in. And that's kind of the mentality that Archangel Gabriel wants you to have with your life, okay? To know that you're always abundant no matter what's going on or what you're going through, to know that you're walking exactly the way you should be walking no matter where you're at or what you're doing. What's community, commitment, and bond? It says, even though I'm anxious and afraid, I will be fucking brave anyway. So continue to work through any anxiety or any fears that you might feel boiling up, That happened to me a lot when I first started doing this, There was this fear, this anxiety, this feeling of stage fright that I thought I had so bad, that just really wasn't mine, That was just the energy of people trying to hold me back. And once I got over that, it was really nothing that could stop me after that, So just like push past any shyness or any hesitation to jump into your divine journey and just do it. The rest of that shit, it fades away because you're doing what you love to do. What's survival, bond, and protection? It says, I will let go of the shit that doesn't serve me, okay? And we already said that you do that like a professional. What's perspective, protection, and soar? It says, there is a shit ton of happiness ahead of me, okay? So celebrate it now. Celebrate the more happiness and success that's meant to come into your life now, okay? Celebrate that shit into your life. Show gratitude until it shows up, Be grateful for what's coming before it even gets here. It's like paying for it, right? And waiting for it to be delivered. It's on some Amazon stuff, okay? What's even though I'm anxious and I will let go of this shit? It says, whoever is trying to bring me down is already below me, okay? And that's going on top of the bond. That's what I was saying. Somebody was trying to bind you, but in them trying to act out of that mentality, they already lost. Like the minute they decide to attack another or to tear another person down, they already losing. But they're so blind that they don't always see that. So we don't care, right? It's not our business. It's their job to focus on their own growth. We just gonna keep it pushing and keep, working on ourselves and bettering ourselves and having an effect on the people that we can have an effect on. If they don't want to be affected by you, they not gonna, because they got free will, and that's, it's my prerogative. Okay, I can do what I want to do. Let them do what the fuck they want to do. I will let go of this shit, and there's a shit ton of. It says, I am fucking powerful. Period. Okay, you are so powerful, and so is the protection that is on your life. So just push forward and focus on your creative energies and what it is that you have to offer to the world. and you could do what you want to do, okay? That goes for you too. We could do what the fuck we want to do. And it's amazing that even though you can do what you want to do and you're so aware of your free will and all of the negative ways you could affect other people's lives, that you choose God and you choose to move in a positive way. And that's why you're perpetually blessed. It says, I am brave, I am fierce, I can do hard fucking things, you know. You were made and built to do hard things, to do things that a lot of other people cannot do because they cannot get past their own emotional issues and hangups and trauma in order to do it. So bask in the glow of that shit and keep on doing. Please, because you're doing great. All right, what else? Okay, so we got full moon in Virgo with take inspired action. Perfect. Okay, I got chills. Take inspired action, baby. And don't let anybody stop you or discourage you. And don't let your own shyness or fear or anxiety stop you from doing things, because that's a real thing with Virgos, you know. They can get really in their head. So just try to avoid that. Yeah, with first quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity, okay? Archangel Gabriel definitely in here. Push through any insecurity, baby. Your insecurities are like an illusion, a construct, a program that it's up to you to break through, okay? You have nothing to be insecure about, okay? You're beautiful no matter how you're made. And like I said, you have every tool that you need to be successful. I heard all that insecurity becomes confidence at the end of the day, right? You start with all these insecurities and all these reservations, and the act of taking the step anyway or taking the leap anyway is what gets rid of all of that, or what transforms or transmutes all of that insecurity and fear into confidence and passion. So don't feel like insecurities are necessarily a bad thing. It's just a different perspective from the one that you have once you've stepped into the thing and you do it. That's the only difference, okay? It's just a change of perspective that I feel your angel guides are about to bring you through your success, through your accelerated motion. Yeah, we got full moon in Libra with find a balance. And then we got go wild and attune to the divine at the bottom of the deck, you know. Have a lot of fun with this thing. Express yourself freely, okay? This is Leo, and the new moon in Pisces is attuned to the divine, okay? So Pisces, Leo, Libra, Cancer, and Virgo could be highly significant. You know, you can have those, any of those highly aspected in your chart, okay? But just maintain your balance throughout this thing, okay, as good as you can through all of these spiritual upgrades that you're currently experiencing, and just continue to stand your ground with your love, with your positivity, with your grace, with your hope for life, and with your accelerated motion, and everything else is going to fall by the wayside, right? What's the final thought on this beautiful message, Archangel Gabriel? So we got the 8 of Roses. It says Sangha or community, okay? So I also feel like he's kind of encouraging you to like find your people, okay? Find your people in your community or people in your life, you know? I feel like this is happening. Like, he keeps bringing me back to this perspective, okay? Like, every time I bring up something different, I look at the perspective card, okay? So it's like, I think your perspective is about to change about certain people in your life too, or you might get the chance to experience some growth in certain people where you already felt like you had a perspective of them and who they are and what they were kind of capable of, or, you know, what role they were going to play in your life. I feel like a lot of the people in your reality are about to surprise you as well as you make this accelerated motion and as you grow, you know. He's saying in negative and positive ways, you know, like you about to see the snakes in the grass, and also like the people who have been like secretly fighting for you and secretly having your back behind the scenes. More of this 7 of Scrolls energy, which says intricacies and industry, okay? So you about to see, like, who been out here building traps, and who said what, and who did what, and when they did that shit, and what's the karma they gonna get for doing that dumb shit, and all that type of stuff. Goody, goody. We got the King of Roses, okay, more Pentacles energy, and the Three of Roses, okay, because you work as a team with the divine, with your loving elementals. They're always surrounding you and taking care of you and loving you, my love. We got the World, okay, or the Uriel and the Sphinx, okay. So Uriel could be working in your energy. Also, Uriel works with your mental energies, with that crown chakra type of energy, okay. So that's why Uriel and the Sphinx would show up together, because the Sphinx also represents like ancient knowledge and different things like that. So you could be receiving those kinds of downloads. We got the Two of Forces, or the Willow Tree, which is the Two of Cups, but this tree, this willow tree, is right by this riverside, where everything is flourishing, right? Everything flourishes by the riverside. There's a water source, and there's all kinds of beautiful wildlife. There's like this perfect little ecosystem is what this is giving me, and I feel like that's what your life is about to become, and it's like he's pointing out bacteria in the ecosystem. People look at bacteria, or like at little bugs, and think like, ew, oh my gosh, that's so gross, we don't need that, or we don't want to see that. But even bacteria and little annoying bugs have a very important job that they do to keep this earth going, and to even keep us alive. Like, even sometimes in our life, us getting sick is necessary in order for us to become stronger. So you just have to look at the bad things that happen in life sort of like a bacteria that does affect your life, but not for long. You get stronger after you deal with that little bacteria, or after that bacteria passes through your system. You don't be thinking about the bacteria, or thinking about like, oh, I got sick. You don't be mad for the rest of your life just because you got sick one time. And that's kind of how people that come in and out of your life are. You shouldn't be holding on to any anger or any resentment or anything like that. And I feel like Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Uriel are really helping you to change your mind around the situations that you've been through with other people that could have resulted in this energy of heartbreak. But at the end of the day, you are a master when it comes to playing any kind of games, okay? You are a master of chess. And you know. So this is the Emperor also, which talks about like security, stability, more of that coming into your life. Also education, this man, this Emperor is surrounded by all of these like ghosts, all of these ancestors who are helping him to educate, helping him to learn as he's educating himself. And then we got the War of the Roses, okay? So, of course, there are people who want to come up and start war with you. But, big bank take little bank. So you being connected to God, that's big bank shit. Because I say you're perpetually blessed, okay? So your big bank is taking these little banks out left and right every time they try to attack you. So that's never nothing to worry about. The Eight of Roses is right here. So it says, inside a room, people are seated around a table conversing with interest and energy. There are many icons from different groups and societies: a caduceus, a sunflower, a Tibetan bell, an Egyptian scarab, a dream catcher, and a Star of David are just a few. This card indicates that it's time to join or rejoin your group, your ashram, your tribe, or your sangha. Whatever you call it, it is a community that connects you with others of like-minded purpose and activity. There are many communities in each person's life, and still more that return from past lives. For instance, you have your family, friends, and work associates, but you also have the people with whom you share many creative, cultural, or spiritual purposes. New friends can also be coming your way at this time. Be open to these new connections. You will not only find help with current directives, but you may also reawaken past life relationships, talents, and disciplines. It's time for a happy sharing of your discoveries, okay? So maybe this accelerated motion or these new creative endeavors are attracting more like-minded people to you now that they see what you can do, now that they see you expressing your truth, now that they see you letting it all hang out. Now they want to be closer to you, or they want to be friends, or they understand you better, and they want to fix relationships that, parts of your relationship that may have faltered in the past, okay? But I mean, it's absolutely up to you, whoever you let in, okay? With the Eight of Cups, I feel like there are people that you're going to choose to just like stand your ground against, who you've been intuitively told or not to enter back into, like I heard the kingdom, okay? Who you've been intuitively informed not to let into your life, okay? And so follow that for sure. But be open to change also, and be open to being surprised by people, because people can surprise you with how good they are, right? We always assuming that people are the worst and they suck, but a lot of people are really amazing and they just don't know how to express that amazingness. So just don't forget that, and really truly be forgiving of certain people if you feel they're deserving of that in your life, after hearing them out or getting to know a better version of them. So with that, my love, I'm done. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you need out of this, and I will see you later. Bye.